Divorce comes through next week.
Has he told Emma yet?
Well, I think this is it.
Oh, God, he's going to take that hard.
Yeah, him too. Mind you, I don't think he'll stay single for long. He's not the type. He's a family man. That's the way he's built.
Is Emma staying with Ben?
I don't know, no. I think she obviously wants to, though.
I can't believe it'll be good. Been back with Maddie and Josh. I miss you so much.
I don't care.
I know that that's not true. Now, Emma, I would so love you to come and live with me, but it's not going to work. I'm always busy. I'm never here for you. You need to have a family around you.
Is that why you don't want to keep me?
Your mum and Frank, they're getting married. And they want you all to be a family. That's why they want you to go and live with them.
Don't you want me to live with you too?
Yeah, you know that I do. Look, I'm trying to explain this to you.
You could if you wanted to. You could apply for custody.
Custody? You know what that means? That means that I would have to fight your mum for you. Now, that's not fair on anyone, darling.
Please? Other kids live with their fathers.
It doesn't work that way, darling.
When's Maggie coming back?
Maggie?
When you and Maggie get married, that means you'll be a family, so I can come back and live with you.
You mustn't pin all this on Maggie. It's not fair. She's got her own life. We can't make her decisions for her.
You sent her away.
I didn't. Emma, I didn't do anything of the sort.
Go away.
Yeah, Acting Sergeant Stewart from Mount Thomas Watch House. Listen, there's some noises coming from inside the station. There's no one's on duty yet. I'm going to go check it out. I'll get back to you with a sit rep ASAP. Yep, right. Em, just stay there. Be back in a minute. Just reporting there's no problem at the station. No, that was my mistake. It was a false alarm. Sorry about that. You're right. Why? There you go. Why, Em? What was the point of this? Why'd you do it?
I don't want you to be a policeman anymore.
What? Why?
If you weren't a policeman, you and Mum would still be married.
No, that's not true. Look, you know that me being a policeman means I have to work long hours. And sometimes it's hard to forget about work, even when I come home. But that doesn't mean that I don't stop thinking about you all the time. And loving you all too. You understand that? Come on. Let's try and clean some of this stuff up before I have to take you to school. Em,
What in God's name? Did she?
Yeah.
What in the name of God did she get in?
I don't know. She must have taken my keys. She just went berserk. She was really upset last night and... Boss, any damages, you know I'll pay for it.
Oh, that is hardly the point. You better get her to school. We'll talk about this later.
Right. Sorry. Thanks. Em? Emma? Emma?
Hey, we left the petty cash tin unlocked.
And one day you two will have children. You'll have to cope with this sort of nonsense.
Yeah, well, I'm planning to have a non-difficult type
Yeah, that's
child.
what everybody says. Oh, what's the matter now?
Oh, we're down $20.
Hey? My daughter, she might have trashed the joint, but she's not a thief, OK?
Hey, I didn't say that. We'll find it somewhere.
She's run off somewhere. I'm sorry, boss. I've got to go look for her.
She's probably just taken herself off to school.
Yeah, I know.
Stuart.
We'll be back soon, all right?
That was really tactful.
I didn't know he was there.
Are you sure about the money?
I'll count it again.
Mount Thomas Police Senior Sergeant Croydon speaking.
Who the hell
All right,
did
I'll get
this?
somebody over
What
this
a rough
way.
guess, Emma.
Yeah, just hold on.
Miss
It won't
Stewart.
be long. Burger 73 Cobden Street. Could you go and check it out? Am I talking to myself? There's a burglary at 73 Cobden Street.
You're saying that she's cut school before. That's not possible. I drop her off here every day.
Well, obviously she waits till you've gone, makes a beeline somewhere else. I'm sorry, I thought you knew that someone had called.
Well, they haven't. And my 9-year-old daughter, who has been having troubles, which we've spoken about often, has gone off somewhere. So what do I do? Where do I look?
Does she have any family in Mount Thomas apart from you? Somewhere she might have gone?
No. It's just me.
Would she have tried to go back to her mother's?
No, they're all in Queensland sunning themselves. She knows that. Besides, she doesn't want to live with them. Does she talk about that at all?
No, actually all she ever talks about is staying with you.
You must have some idea who she hangs out with, her friends.
Well, Melissa Sharp hasn't turned up for school today either. They play together sometimes. Maybe she's gone there.
Have we got an address?
I'll get it! It's a man!
Well, we are in luck.
Hello, I'm looking for... Emma.
I don't want to see you.
Emma?
You're the dad, I presume?
Yes.
Well, perhaps you better come inside.
Yes, thank you.
I would have rung myself, but the phone's been on the blink. I thought you'd be all buttoned up and brassed.
Uniform? Oh, no, I'll put that on when I get to work. This morning's been a bit of a disaster.
So I gathered.
Mrs. Sharp?
Oh, Nora, please.
Nora. Emma's teachers tell me that she's been wagging school.
Oh, I imagine all kids do that. I'm sure I did, if I can remember that far back.
Is she coming here?
Oh, well, when the girls have had a curriculum day, she comes over with Melissa sometimes. But I understood that she came here with your blessing.
Well, I hate to admit it, but this is the first that I've ever heard of you, or Melissa, or a curriculum day for that matter.
Oh, I can understand you being upset, but she's a dear little girl and I'm happy to have her.
Emma's been going through a bit of a rough patch lately.
Oh, yes. She thinks she hates Frank, though she doesn't seem to have a reason. Maybe she feels she's being disloyal to you if she likes him.
Certainly seems to have confided in you.
You stay here long enough, you'll be telling me all your sad stories too.
Look, I'd actually better go, but thanks for all your
Look,
help.
I'll take her to school if you like.
No, it's all right.
No,
really.
it's no trouble. I've got to drop Melissa in after her doctor's appointment anyhow. Give her a chance to calm down. She's okay here with us. I'll drop them both off after that.
Yeah, that'd be good. Thanks for your help.
Well, it's a definite pattern. It's all good quality stuff and it's all electrical.
Which means we've got to get back to the second-hand dealers' pawn shops to see if anybody's seen anything.
Cobden Street Bergs. You right there? Hey, any leads?
Does this money turn up yet?
No, mate, we're onto it though. We're onto
Anyway,
it.
PJ, I reckon this is the same bloke that's been doing over St David's. I mean, it's the same MO, same gear being nicked.
Anything else?
All the burgs have happened during daylight hours and all on weekdays.
Oh, of course they're happening during weekdays. Everyone's out at work.
Hey, I'm surprised your friend from Neighbourhood Watch didn't see anything. Betty, wasn't she usually out on patrol?
Betty hasn't got time to patrol the neighbourhood because she's making Joe here cups of tea.
Look, Betty is just a nice old lady who happens to like my company.
Yeah, I know you're worried about Emma, and believe me, I sympathise, but she is interfering with your work.
I know, this was a pretty extreme reaction, but she's upset, lashing out.
It's not just a matter of this morning. I mean, you know you have to be fully committed for this job.
Of course I am. It would be unfair to suggest otherwise, but I am also a parent.
What if she'd wrecked the computer? Or the radio charger, something we had to lodge paperwork on. How would we have explained that?
I don't know, but she didn't.
No, she didn't. This time.
Look, yes, you're right. I agree absolutely with everything you're saying. I just need to reprioritise my time.
Yes, you do. Because right now your work is suffering and so are your parenting skills.
I can do both.
Can you? I can see a good copper. I can't see Superman.
You managed to raise kids and you still did the job.
Not by myself, I didn't. Look, you cannot be father and mother to this little girl and still be an effective full-time member.
You want me to choose?
I didn't say that. But maybe you should take some time off to be with Emma while this is going on. I mean, as I understand it, it is only temporary.
Well, it's complicated.
Stuart, it is only temporary, surely. I mean, you're not expecting to keep the child with you.
Well, I think it's my business if I choose to apply for custody. Boss, she's my daughter.
And the job?
I can handle it.
Then handle it.
All right, thanks for that, Betty. Yeah, we'll send someone out there as soon as possible. Okay, thanks, bye.
You sure she's not just trying to get you out for more tea and sympathy?
Sympathy is the last thing Betty needs. Reckons the house across the road from her in Bennett Street may have been broken into.
I'll take it, Joe. Come with me. Jack, do you want to finish this up?
Yeah, right, I hope it's not a race.
258, code 5 at the last.
That burg we went to this morning was round the corner from here somewhere.
Right.
Betty, this is Acting Sergeant Stewart.
Acting sergeant? What does that mean? Are they trying him out, seeing if he's good enough?
What, so you think a house has been broken into?
Yes, number 82, Eunice Baker's. Side windows open. She's gone away for a couple of days and asked me to keep an eye on her.
Was it open yesterday?
No.
Right.
So, what does acting sergeant mean?
Now, Betty, Ben's very good. Used to be a detective.
Gave him the flick, did they?
Joe, I'll get you a duck round the back.
Yeah, right.
Mrs. Withers, do you want to just stay here for me, thanks? Mm-hmm. Good. Anything?
No.
Okay. Betty, do you want to come through? Yeah. Do you think you'd notice if anything was missing from in here?
Oh, I don't know. Being a silly old duffer, I might not notice what day it is.
Oh, well, that's a shame. I was counting on your help.
Well, I'd hate to disappoint you.
Please, don't touch anything.
Should brighten up your day every time.
This is not like Eunice.
How well do you know Mrs. Baker?
We play bridge together, and we win. And you don't win unless you know your... The video's gone. And the stereo.
Right.
And the little shortwave radio should be here. She listens to the BBC News on it. She likes to be informed. I dare say she's more up to date than you are, acting sergeant.
So, Joe, we'll just do a door knock, see if anyone round here heard anything.
Yeah, well, if Betty didn't notice anything, I'd be pretty surprised if anybody else did.
Not much else we can do until we find out what actually went missing.
Who's that roofing guy again?
Was he up there this morning, was he?
Yeah, I saw him as I was leaving.
Good view from up there, you could see for miles.
Hey, mate. Watch your step, would you? Company insurance only covers authorised tradies.
Ah, she's right, I'm covered by the Holy Trinity, God, work cover and the Police Association. Acting Sergeant Stewart, how you doing?
Terry Monk's good, mate.
Good. Oh, it's a nice view you got up here.
Yeah.
So you've been up here all day, I gather?
Yeah, mate, up and down that bloody ladder. What's going on down there? You're the second cop I've seen today. Some sort of rush on these houses.
Oh, you tell me, you're the one with the vantage point.
Mate, the only vantage I know was racing Flemington last week, and she lost.
All right, Jacko, get that brain working. Check my adding up, eh?
Just want to say, here is $20. Now it balances. Let's just forget it, shall we?
PJ, can we use your office, mate?
Sure.
Through here, Mr. Monks.
Probably waste of time, eh? When all I see is corrugated and more bloody corrugated.
Here you go. Since the general view is that Emma took the money, I should be the one to pay for it.
No, hey, nobody is saying that.
If people thought that she was innocent, there'd be a full investigation. I trust her, but I'm only her father. What would I know? So you remember seeing a white panel van, but you didn't get a rego number?
I wasn't really looking, eh? Well, it's not like the guy's a stranger. I've seen him and the car before.
But no one here looks familiar.
No, not really.
That's right, Mr. Monks. It was a long shot anyway.
Yeah, no worries.
Hang on a sec. Well, I can't be sure, but he looks like this guy here. Same sort of type, eh?
Thanks for your help, Terry.
No worries.
Thanks, Mr. Monks.
Jack, do you want to see if you can get a current address for one Graham Greaves?
Yeah, sure.
Greaves? Is he out? I put him away about 4 years ago.
Yeah, just saying. And while you're at it, see if you can run a leap check on Terry Monks for me.
Well, what for?
I don't know, just see how we go.
Oh, I got that address on Greaves, Longhurst Street.
That's around the corner from Cobden.
Near Bennett Street. That's just around the corner from Betty's.
All right, I'll pick up Greaves.
Joe, let's go and see your elderly friend, see if she knows anything about our boy here. Mrs. Withers? Door's open.
Betty, you home?
Betty? Betty? You all right? She's alive. We need some towels or something to stop this bleeding. Now, Thomas, 258 to VKC. We need an ambulance urgently to 83 Bennett Street. Pronto. Thanks, fellas.
You say anything?
No, she was unconscious when we got here.
So what's the story?
Assuming it was Ag Berg, we haven't touched anything inside. We'll have a look. Is she going to Greaves?
No, not home.
Purse is gone. And one of the magnets that holds up all the messages seems to have gone.
Oh, they could have bumped that on their way out.
Yeah, but I found this. I think this is part of the magnet. Could be something.
Oh, bag that.
Joe, you've been here a few times. Could you tell if anything else was missing?
Maybe.
Have a look around?
Yep.
Right, my bet is that she disturbed them. This blood leads into the other rooms. Right, looks like the major part of the scuffle happened in here. Oh, yeah. Here we go. She got knocked down the deck, dragged herself out into the other room and got to the phone.
She's a gutsy lady. Anything missing?
The silver tea set's definitely gone. There's a few other things, but they're funny things.
Funny, what do you mean?
Like a hello from Miami's snow dome. You know, one of those things you shake, it looks like it's snowing. Graves's form is for burglary, isn't it? Not assault.
But he could have learned a few new tricks while he was inside, couldn't he? It just doesn't make sense. Why knock off Eunice Baker's place and then wait 2 hours before they do over Betty's?
Yeah, the stuff they took's really odd too. I mean, the silver tea service, they can hock that. But as for that snow dome thing...
Well, it wasn't Terry Monks. He was in here with us.
Oh, there's nothing on Leap. He's clean too, man.
Which leaves us with Greaves, if anyone can find him.
Oh, this latest Berg was messy and violent. It's a totally different MO to the others.
Well, he could have been disturbed, grabbed what he could, got out of there.
See anything from the door to door?
No, nothing.
Somebody must have seen something.
Exactly.
Well, well. Graham Arthur Greaves, welcome back.
You're getting lazy in your old age, Graham.
Mr. Hasham, I don't bash old ladies.
Well, who says one was bashed?
Well, I saw the ambulance, didn't I? I know that old duck. Look, it's bloody hard for a bloke like me to make it on the straight. I don't like living with my father-in-law. People pointing the finger, knowing where I've been. But I don't know nothing about any robberies.
Sorry, Graham, we got an eyewitness, buddy.
Well, then they need new eyes.
Why did you make a break for the van when you saw me at the house then, Graham?
What's the habit? Look, you wouldn't have been there if you didn't want to know me for something.
Job search?
Yes, about 20 witnesses put him there.
So Greaves is in the clear?
Unless he's got a clone. He's clear of the Cobden Street Berg and Eunice Baker's.
What about Betty Withers?
No, he could have done Betty's. He could have stashed the goods and dropped the van somewhere. Hello, Emma.
He's with you.
What?
Everyone gets a present.
Hey, thank you. You got a new fairy, Emma. Thank
Nice, isn't she?
Very pretty.
So what's this for?
Emma, why aren't you at school?
It's finished, Dad.
Right. What's all this about?
I bought everyone a present.
Yes, and you bought yourself one too.
I just wanted to say sorry for making such a mess.
Right. It's a nice thought. You want to come with me? Now, Emma, I need to ask you something important. And I want you to tell me the truth, all right? You know, this morning when you were at the station, did you take any money out of the petty cash tin? Maybe just borrow it?
Dad?
Because if you did, I would understand.
No.
All right? So where'd you get it?
Nanny Nora gave it to me.
But she hardly knows you. Why would she give you so much money? Is there something you're not telling me?
No.
Because you know that I don't like you taking money from people.
But she...
Not just Nora, anyone. I like Nora, she's a lovely lady, but in future, if you need money, you come and see me, okay?
You'll just say no.
Oh, maybe I will, maybe I won't. How much did she give you?
$20.
Now, do you feel up to talking to these ogres, or shall I put them on their bikes?
Oh, no, don't fuss. I'm not in my grave just yet.
Mrs. Withers. I'm Senior Detective Hasham. You know Joe.
Betty, how are you?
Could do with a stiff brandy.
Did you see who hit you, Betty?
I'm sorry. I don't remember. I heard something. It was kids. I remember it. It was kids.
Something's not right. Neither Monks nor Greaves said anything about seeing any kids.
Well, did anybody think to ask them? I suggest we do it right away.
Yeah, good.
Kids doing egg bashing old ladies.
Hey, it looks like you were right about there being two different sets of operators.
Well, the electronic gear, these guys are professionals. I mean, they're working to a shopping list. They're in and out, and they're very clean. Would have suited Greaves' MO.
That's true.
Hey, PJ?
Yep.
Bloke just handed in this lost property he found up at the old quarry. It's got a name tag in it. It says Catherine Dennis.
Dennis?
It was a burg, wasn't it?
Yeah, a couple of months ago. Just incidental. It's jewellery, nothing much.
Maybe the kids are responsible for more than just Betty's house.
Righto, Jacko. It's you and me. Let's go.
Wow. It's huge. Make a good BMX track.
Well, kids use it from time to time. What you got?
Barbara McPherson.
McPherson. Name rings a bell. Wasn't it a burg about 2-3 months ago?
Ooh. Great little cubby house.
Yeah. Well, not all that saved with that car hanging over it, though.
Yeah, look at all this stuff.
So the McPhersonburg, what do they get?
Mostly jewellery and a bit of money.
What's all this?
Bergs in the Mount Thomas area over the last 6 months. We're trying to match them up with some of the stuff we found at the quarry.
Yeah, we've got 3 matches so far, no question, it's kids.
Well, what about Monks and Greaves?
Oh, well, they weren't exactly forthcoming, but Terry reckons he saw kids on bikes. He couldn't be sure how old.
Boys or girls?
Well, Terry wasn't sure, but Greaves reckons he nearly knocked over a young girl on a bike. But she was real young, boss. I don't know if she could have been responsible for bashing Betty.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't bear thinking about, does it?
Wouldn't be the first time.
Where'd you get this?
Quarry, why?
It's Betty's.
Yeah, it's not locked.
Hey.
Oh, mate. I thought you were Emma.
Ah, where is she?
Chris took a netball for me.
Ah, that's good. Actually, I want to have a word with you.
Yeah, what about?
Found this at the quarry. It's Betty Withers. Joe ID'd it.
Sorry, I don't see your point.
Look, mate, I know this is really difficult, but you know where Emma was when Betty Withers' place was knocked
I
down?
don't believe this.
No. Was she at school?
She was at Nora Sharp's. Now, Nora is her friend's grandmother, OK? Nora took her to the doctors on the way to school.
Right, can anyone verify that?
I suppose you could ask her.
All right, we're going to need to.
So first she's a petty thief, and now you're suggesting that she's capable of aggravated burglary.
No, all I'm trying to do is eliminate her from the inquiries.
PJ, if you're basing it on this, half the girls in the country collect these things. If you had kids, you'd realise.
Well, you think I'm enjoying this?
So you're prepared to put my daughter in the frame based on circumstantial
Look,
evidence?
if this was anyone else's child, we'd have to follow the same procedures. You know that, Sergeant.
You have no evidence, PJ. Now, fine, you come back and you talk to me when you've got something real to base these accusations on. But you be very careful, PJ. Because if you hurt my daughter in any way... Up until yesterday, the worst I ever thought she'd done is whack Josh over the head. I had no idea she was wagging school. And now, PJ's saying that she attacked Betty Withers.
Yeah, no one's saying any such thing.
Boss, it's a logical conclusion.
Well, we don't do our job by jumping to conclusions, Stuart. I know you're trying to prepare yourself for the worst, but the worst might not happen.
Well, I know she's not perfect. That $20, she said that Nora Sharp gave it to her.
Have you asked this, Nora?
No, not yet. Truth is, I've been afraid to hear the answer.
It won't be very long. I know you've got to get to school. We don't want you to be late, do we? Your dad tells me that Nora Sharp gave you $20.
Need to answer him?
Yes.
$20? It's a lot of money.
Yes.
And you bought a fairy with it.
And lollies. I gave them to everyone.
Oh, yes, of course, I remember now. I believe you've got quite a collection of fairies. How many have you got now?
22.
That's pretty impressive. Emma, do you know the old quarry? It's down the end of Flat Gully Road. The kids tell me that it's a bit of a hangout. They go there and muck around on their BMXs. Have you ever been there?
No.
Emma, you seen this before?
No.
Found it at the quarry. You sure?
It's not one of mine.
No, it isn't. It belongs to an old lady named Betty Withers. Do you know Mrs. Withers?
No.
No, she's terrific. You'd like her. Everybody likes Betty. She was robbed yesterday. We think some kids did it. Someone saw them running away from the house. Mrs. Withers was very badly hurt, Emma. She's in hospital. Do you know anything about all this?
No.
All right. You can go, that's all.
Come on, take her to school.
What do you think?
She seemed genuinely surprised when she found out Betty was hurt.
She knew about the quarry, though.
Nora! Hello?
You're a police officer.
Yeah, I thought you knew that.
Well, she said you're a fireman.
A fireman, me? No. Listen, Emma said that you gave her $20.
Yeah, that's right. It was worth it too to see a little face brighten up.
Yeah, right. Well, she's not supposed to take money off people, so,
See? Listen to that, Millie.
I appreciate the thought. Now, do you remember what time you dropped the girls at school yesterday?
About 12:30. Was there a problem?
Problem? No, not at all. Melissa, I'm going to take Emma to school. Do you want to lift?
We're going to walk, aren't we, darling?
Yes,
But
Grandma.
it was lovely of you to ask.
No worries. Have a good day.
Did you really tell Nora that I was a fireman? Why'd you do that, Em?
Because I wanted her to be my friend.
You didn't think she'd be your friend if she knew that I was a policeman? All your friends at the old school, they all knew I was a policeman.
I don't feel well. I told you, I don't feel well.
Just saw Eunice Baker.
All right, did you find out what was stolen?
Yep, all electrical. I got a list, and I also found out how those kids got into Betty's.
How?
Key under the pot plant. Anyone could have seen it.
So Greaves could have done the Betty Withers attack.
No, it's not Greaves' MO. And listen, Betty said it was kids, remember?
Yeah, and both Monks and Greaves said they saw kids too.
Monks pointed the finger at Greaves. Now, he's got a history. We know he could have done it.
Well, it's not a bad way to deflect attention from himself, sure.
Yeah, but how would Monks know that? Jack, get on to Greaves' father-in-law. See if there's any connection between Greaves and Monks.
What if they're in cahoots or something?
No, like if he's had any roof work done lately, he's been talking about his son-in-law.
No, I'll do that. Mate, you get on to Monks' boss.
I've already spoken to him. He said Monks is fine.
Well, we'll find out where he's been working for the last couple of months.
And I want to try Betty with a photo board. Joe, do you want to get a list of likely young suspects? Denny Whitlow, Kel David's kid, they both got a history of burgs. And I want to put Emma on the board.
Yeah, g'day, it's Jack Lawson from White Police Station here.
Emma, sweetheart, what is it?
Is that lady gonna be alright? Is she gonna die?
No, she's going to be all right.
They were bad kids, the kids that robbed her.
Yes, they were.
Maybe they didn't see her, Dad. Maybe they weren't the ones that did it to her.
Yeah, maybe. Em, come with me. Let's get out of here, eh?
Ben?
Yeah?
Just spoke to the roofing company.
You go on. I'll be with you in a minute.
He's done 5 jobs in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah?
All in the same area as the electrical range.
We're there, mate, we're there. Greaves' father-in-law says Terry Monks fixed their guttering a couple of weeks back.
That's it.
I'll get the warrant.
Good on you, thanks.
Em? Emma? Emma? She's gone.
She's run away. Where are my bloody keys?
Calm down, Stuart.
Tom, you don't understand. She did it, okay? She broke into the house. She's feeling guilty and scared.
Well, what about Mrs. Sharp's? Was she gone there?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay, that's all right. What about the old quarry?
I don't know. Let's just find her.
We'll have a look. Come on.
Let's go. Emma! Emma! Not here, mate. We're wasting time. Come on, let's go.
Jesus Christ, the car's gone.
Ben! Oh, Christ. Emma! Emma!
It's all right. It's all right.
Okay, let's get her out.
No, it's all right. She's got a pulse, mate. Listen, don't move her. Don't touch her. I'll get the rescue boys.
Get an ambulance. Get an ambulance. Go! Stay with me. All that stuff, it doesn't matter, darling. It doesn't matter. Stay with me. Don't die, baby. Don't die. Just keep breathing. Dog, she's in pain.
It just sounds like that, Ben. The groaning, the pupils responding to light, they're all good signs.
But you're worried, aren't you?
Look, I don't want to pretend everything's going to be okay when we just don't know. She's not responding to painful stimuli, which in some cases can suggest a degree of brain damage. Has anyone contacted her mother yet?
Yeah, she's on her way. It might take some time. Is she gonna die?
No, I don't think so.
But she might stay in a coma.
Ben, I wish I could predict what's going to happen. I really do.
Look, can't do anything. Here.
That's Kel David's boy, isn't it?
Was it him?
I didn't say that. None of them. I'm sorry. It's my own fault, you know. I'm getting old. I must be getting stupid.
Well, it's hardly your fault you were assaulted.
Assaulted? What are you talking about?
Well, the people who robbed you, they assaulted you.
It was the chair. Oh, my daughter's going to be furious.
What do you mean the chair, Betty?
The light went out. I stood on a chair to take out the bulb and change it. A girl ran past the door. I must have moved too quickly. The chair fell over and I whacked my head on something.
So no one pushed you or hit you?
Lordy, no.
I've been talking to her. I read somewhere that makes a difference. It's like they can hear you. They wake up and they can remember things that you said. So I've been telling her about all the happy times. Like the first time I took her on the water slide. You should have seen her face. She was screaming. She loved it. You loved it, didn't you? Josh, every second word's always too scary. He's just different. You're fearless. You have expectations when you're a parent, don't you? Things that you want for your kids. Good education, career, partner, someone to settle down with, grandkids. You never think about things being any other way. You always just assume that everything's going to work out all right. What if she isn't okay, Tom? What do I do?
I feel like Mr. Popularity.
Mr. Monk seems to be taking things pretty well.
Yeah, too well, if you ask me.
You didn't find anything at my house, you won't find anything here. So I haven't done anything. Nothing up my sleeve.
Thanks for your cooperation, Mr. Muggs.
Yeah, no worries, guys.
He's got to have it somewhere.
I think we're out of luck. He's probably already fenced it.
Oh, I don't think he has. He's so cocky, he thinks he's pulling one over us.
Well, maybe it wasn't him. I mean, his boss has certainly got him under the thumb. He'd notice if he was away too long.
Exactly, he can't be away too long. So he's probably not going to be able to drop the stuff home and then come back again.
Where are you going?
So you guys are gonna say I cooperated, right?
Hey, how's Emma? Hey, don't worry, she'll be fine, mate. She'll be fine.
Here's hoping. Look, she wouldn't even be alive if it wasn't for you.
Don't even start on that
PJ,
one.
look, I know that you're just trying to help. I know that. It's just, you know, being a parent.
Ben, Betty didn't pick Emma from the photo board. It's looking like she had nothing to do with the Berg. Everything against this kid.
It's Melissa Sharp.
Now, Melissa, I'm going to ask you some questions about yesterday's burglary at Mrs. Withers' house. Understand? Melissa?
Yes.
Okay. Did you break into Mrs. Withers' house?
Melissa, you're going to have to speak up for the tape.
No, it wasn't me.
Were you anywhere near there yesterday?
That house on the way to the park. Melissa passes there every
Sharp,
day.
I'm going to have to ask you to let Melissa talk, if you don't mind. Thank you very much, Melissa.
Maybe. I don't know.
You know Mrs. Withers was hurt yesterday. Melissa, don't you look at your grandmother. You look at me. Now, you know the old lady was hurt, don't you?
You're badgering the poor girl. Leave her alone.
Mrs. Sharp, I won't warn you again.
We didn't hurt her. We just wanted her silver stuff.
We?
Me and Emma.
Emma Stewart?
I told her to wait by the front door so she could tell me if anyone was coming. Then I took all the silver stuff. I went to the kitchen. That's when I saw Mrs. Withers. I ran. Emma had come into the hallway. I yelled for her to run too, but she fell over by the front doorstep. I thought the old lady was going to run after us, but she didn't. I was scared. There wasn't supposed to be anyone there.
How did you know that, Melissa? Did someone tell you?
You've got what you wanted. Leave a girl alone.
Mrs. Sharp, now I warned you.
Stop it.
Right. Interview suspended at 11:04 a.m. for Senior Detective Hasher to make further inquiries. Constable?
Melissa, do you want to come with me for a moment?
Thank you.
You put her up to this, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
used your granddaughter to steal for you. That's what I'm talking about.
Nonsense.
Really. Catherine Dennis, Barbara McPherson, Betty Withers, all robbed on days when Melissa wasn't at school.
You can't prove it had anything to do with me.
The other day, you provided some sort of cover. What was it, a doctor's appointment? What was the doctor's name?
It was a locum. I don't know his name.
Oh, address and phone number will do. Mrs. Sharp, your granddaughter is about to be charged, which means she'll go to court. If you love her, you'll tell the truth.
All right. There was no doctor's appointment. Is that what you want to hear?
Did your granddaughter commit burglaries on your behalf?
Well, I'm a bit long in the tooth to be climbing on windows myself, aren't I?
So they lost their way. Before too long, they came an old man who had things to give to them.
Daddy.
Em? Em, I'm here, darling. It's all right. Hello? Darling.
I want Maggie, Dad.
Oh. Yeah.
I want Maggie.
That's 5 house break-ins here, 8 in St David's. You don't get a clear-up rate like that very often. We've earned ourselves a few brownie points here.
Oh, boss. Here's that $20 from the petty cash tin. I found a stationery receipt stuck to a Mars bar wrapper in PJ's office.
Those for Emma.
Yeah.
You are a sensitive new age guy. They're gonna have to change the graffiti.
Well, I was just wondering if there was...
It's good news.
Well, haven't you had everyone worried? How you feeling?
You came.
Yeah, of course I came. Wild horses couldn't keep me away. You look sleepy. Why don't you try and get some sleep, huh?
Will you still be here when I wake up?
Of course I will.
We'll both be here.